Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of the Sunderland Career Mode series here on FIFA 19. We're in season 5 of course, and we're in position 5 as well as we start the episode. Just a single point outside of the Champions League positions and just a single point inside the Europa League position. We've the final 3 games of December to play today. Actually, no, there's 4. Crystal Palace, I forgot about that cup game. Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Bournemouth at home, which will probably be the simulated one, and then Huddersfield away in the FA Cup. We don't need to get loads of points. It would be nice to get loads of points. I'm very happy with how the season is going so far. The January transfer window is just round the corner, and I have a slight issue. That being that I have a handful of players who are running out of contract. Jimmy Dunn, Max Lowe, Ed Murphy, Jack Clark and Harrison Green. Slight issue being I've not got any money left. So in January I may have to sell someone to fund other players' new contracts. So I'm leaning towards selling one of the 2 young goalkeepers that we have, Cooper and Watson. Probably Watson because he's lower rated, although maybe Cooper because I get more for him. Watson is 6'6" and a much bigger built, £192 compared to the £162 of the 6'2" Cooper. Reactions wise, there's only 1 in it, and then goalkeeper ability wise, diving and kicking are much better for Cooper, although position is crap for both. Reflexes is the same. Handling is in Cooper's favour. Obviously, diving and kicking massively in Cooper's favour. I think I'm going to have to sell one of them, and then the money from that deal is purely going to go on new contracts. But I'm not sure which one to sell. Cooper is worth 11.5 and on 14.5 grand a week. Watson is worth 6.5 and on 3,200 a week. I am unsure as to which to sell. I have recently offered Cooper a new contract this season as he was running out as well, which he has now signed. I could maybe... Cooper's... he's got to be Cooper, really. I could just throw all 6.5 million, or most of the 6.5 million there, into wages. I'm gonna sell Alfie Watson. Sorry, my man. I need the money. Right, Crystal Palace away then to start us off. Palace's starting lineup: Waita in goal, Ailton, Lucemi or Lusumi, Van Beek and Van Arnholt at the back, Townsend and Doy, Brignola and Cordoba in the midfield with Pinamonti and Peñaranda up top. The 2 Ps, their numbers in the 30s. Hopefully we can get 3 points. Didn't really end with a rhyme, did it? But I'll still take the win. Peñaranda on the run. And Foyth coming across. Can't get to it. Townsend back there to Ndoye. Oh, I nearly fouled him there. Peñaranda, good footwork. Worried about the man free in the middle. Thankfully, Tamori gets in twice with a good foot. Leading from the front, the captain, Cordoba, to take it short to Brignola. Oh, he's gotten away from me. That was a good change of pace and a good change of direction. Absolutely sold me on both occasions. Win this header, please. Thank you, James Justin. Caught in a previous game, napping at the back post against Watford, but thankfully on this occasion, the wing-back able to win the back post header, and we don't concede. I could send Che Adams away here, and we might have a chance. Lucemi with me. Che Adams is far too fast for him. Oh, look to bend. That's deflected off Patrick Van Arnholt, and we'll go out for a corner. Cross comes in from Jack Clark. Win that header. Oh, Lusumi goes up again. Seemingly quite the aerial presence, the centre-back. It's Van Beek, the other centre-back, getting rid of it. Ed Murphy. And some calls to either A, swap wings with Ed Murphy, or B, maybe even move him on and put Lyndon Gooch back into the starting lineup. I'm unsure about that. I think Ed Murphy has much more promise. Che Adams with the F near the box. Knock that down. Moise Ken knocks Waita off his feet, but we still haven't taken the lead. I don't think I'm going to be looking to sell anyone else on in the January transfer window other than the reserve goalkeeper to offer contracts to new people, but mainly because I don't really have anyone I could sell on for a sizable enough fee to warrant being able to spend on someone else. Hopefully we can have a high enough league finish this year that we get a sizable transfer budget for next season, because 40 million this year, whilst it has been great to bring in the players that we wanted, it would have been nice to have still just a little bit left in reserve, because as it turns out we have needed that little bit left in reserve to offer contracts around, and we don't have it. Moise Kean has stepped in nicely there. Is he going to show the strength to hold off Patrick Van Aanholt? He's trying. He's tackled him well enough, but that'll go straight to the keeper. 25 minutes in, 0-0. Peñaranda forward there to Cordoba. Leapt over it there, Peñaranda, and Ndoye comes forward. That's a nice ball to Cordoba. And looking for the man in the middle again, Declan Rice. Oh, nicely done by Juan Foyth. Murphy can't get to it. Van Aanholt's too quick. Here's Ndoye again. Driving forward. Not necessarily at pace, but certainly with some purpose. Oh, and as he did show some pace and a burst of acceleration, I wiped his feet out. That'll be a yellow card for Declan Rice. Rather obvious foul. Who's going to take the free kick then? A really good position for it. It might be Peñaranda. It might be Ndoye himself. It is going to be Peñaranda. Oh, stunning free kick into the top corner. That's what you get for giving away a foul. Oh, if I'd have maybe just timed the jump better with the wall, it might hit of Juan Foyth. It might have hit Juan Foyth. He's up, and then on his way back down, it's gone over his head. Oh, two mistakes there. One, giving away the foul. Two, jumping too early with the wall. That goal was avoidable. Adams forward there nicely. Looking for Moise Kean. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Get to that first. Keeper's only punched it into Moise Kean, and that bounced off Van Aanholt rather than him actually clearing it. That's annoying. Win that, please, James. Good header, lad. Down to Ed Murphy. I've got the option inside in Drew Yearwood, which we can use now as the defender was drawn out of position. Oh, it's great footwork from Moise Kean. Looking to get away from Van Aanholt and the other defenders. Finding early way to his hands when looking for goal. Good opportunity, that. 5 minutes to go till half time, though, and we are still behind. Nice. Cross there to Yearwood. Through the gap to Che Adams. This would be a great start to the second half. Be a really good start to the second half. If he'd have gotten a better connection on that, and my batteries run out. Sums that chance up, doesn't it? Pinamonti playing in down the line. Turns on it well, stands it up well. We've not headed that away, but we should do now. Nicely done by Max Lowe. Switch this quickly to Ed Murphy, and Moise Kean could be way down the channel. Best of balls, not best of challenges either. Oh, Ed, if he'd have kept that run going, I could have played him in. And Arnold closes me down. We'll float that in. Someone ended up on the floor in the box, but that's not going to lead to a foul. Che Adams back to Declan Rice. Looking for Che again. Oh, it wouldn't quite fall for him. Declan, nice tackle. Right, we've won it back again. Drew Yearwood. His long shots are decent, but he's not got the space. Che has some. Che has some more. Oh, and he puts it over the bar. Elton in there to Lekilo. Into Evander. Two substitutes linking up. Through the gap nicely to Kiyate. Good block on that. That'll be a corner though. Palace with the opportunity. Cordoba to deliver. I don't like the look of this. We've got some tall players in there. Drops to Pinamonti. He's going to get it back here to Cordoba. Good block by Justin. And we... well, that was not the best of clearances, was it? Thankfully, the effort goes straight at Pope. And we keep just the one goal conceded for now. Although that pass has been picked off. Peñaranda spins well. Trying to force him out wide here to Lekilo. Determined to come centrally. Trying to chase him and get a foot in, but I can't seem to. He's just dancing around everyone at the minute. Peñaranda back there to Evander. Wide to Lekilo. Oh, excellent work by Crystal Palace in this game so far. Offensively, they're really difficult to deal with. Quite tricky, that's comfortable. And defensively, they've been very, very strong. Jamal Lowe, play that round there to Drew Yearwood. I'm going to turn on that. Unfortunately, the close control isn't good enough. Thankfully, it drops kindly for me. Jamie Ward around the corner there to Che Adams. Jack Clark is on the run down the left. Now, please be onside here, Jack. Nice. And Harrison. We need some support. Here it is. Jamie Ward, Drew Yearwood. Maybe Harrison again. Maybe... oh, Jamal Lowe. Go on then, mate. Oh, my Lord. What on earth was that?
A fair bit of confidence, and they look pretty secure with this lead at the moment. That could soon change, though, of course.
Okay.
On the attack here.
done a double step over absolutely no one, and then lost possession even. Low. Adams. Peñaranda forward there to Pinamonti, and the fact that the ball is where it is on the pitch right now makes me think I'm not going to get the chance to go up the other end. If that had fallen to a Sunderland player, we might well have had the opportunity, but now time is definitely against us. In fact, there might well be no time left. I thought the final whistle was going to go there. It didn't. It will now. Please, ref. No. Right. Defeat against Crystal Palace. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. I was the better team in that second half by a mile. I just could not find a goal. Arsenal away next, and things are not getting easier. Arsenal's 11, Bernd Leno in goal. Trent at right back, continuing on. Chambers at centre back alongside Diop, and Kolasinac at left back. Casemiro and Zobnin holding. Then it's Maitland-Niles, Aaron Ramsey and Alex Iwobi on the left, with Dembele up top. It's a great team, but we did beat them last time we played them. And I believe we beat them the time we played them before that as well. So we could win this in before 5-1 defeat. Ramsey to Maitland-Niles. Looking there to Zobnin. Casemiro. Good from Arsenal. Maitland-Niles. Little drag back. Ramsey caught. That was a strike and a half. Thankfully, the keeper dealt with it really well, and that'll be my throw, I think. Oh, that was close. Rice. Oh, Maitland-Niles. What an interception. Declan Rice. What an interception. Maitland-Niles again. Trent down the right. Oh, it's a decent ball in. Tomori, what a header. Casemiro, good footwork. Zobnin, he turned me too easily there. Ooh. That would have been a hell of a goal. Strike from Zobnin. Luckily for me, it went wide, but that would have been a hell of a goal. Nice tackle by Low, but Casemiro there to pick the pieces. Oh, nice turn by Maitland-Niles. This is good from Arsenal. It has been all gunner action so far. Although I could lift this over the top, looking for the runner, Jack Clark. We might have something to say at the other end. I think he's just outside there, Che Adams. He was. Leno saved anyway, but I could have done with a corner. I just didn't quite time the pass quickly enough. Niles. That was loose, but couldn't get there quickly enough. Declan Rice, Casemiro. Oh, straight at Ed Murphy. Not very much. I love that. Che Adams. Oh. Zobnin, what an interception. Straight to Dembele as well. Maitland-Niles, good footwork. Here comes Trent from the overlap. Ever ready to go on an attacking run, Trent Alexander-Arnold. And here he goes again. Stunning delivery as ever from the former Liverpool man. Maitland-Niles into Dembele. Ramsey to Zobnin. Iwobi. Oh, Ramsey, that was terrible. Their finishing until this point had been absolutely spectacular. That was spectacularly bad. Backs away well. Iwobi picked off. Drew can't get to it. Casemiro again. Here come Arsenal. Done nothing but defend in this game so far. Trent Alexander-Arnold and the outside trying to shrug him off. Can't. Free kick has been given, but they'll take the advantage. They've worked it well. Ramsey with too much space for my liking. His left foot just won't work for him today. Zobnin into Ramsey. Out wide here to Maitland-Niles. They've had 60% possession. Arsenal, and it feels like it's ever building, that number as well. Oh, I thought for a minute Dembele was going to get to that. Tomori did just enough. Corner for Arsenal. They won't go short. Run all the way in there, and it won't even beat the first man. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time here against Arsenal, but we have been under the cosh for the entirety of this half. I've barely gotten up the other end at all. Only that one effort from the offside Che Adams to shout about in that first period, I think. It's really not the strongest of first halves from us at all, and Arsenal are dominating. But the longer we keep them scoreless, the better chance we have of taking something from it. But I don't think we're going to survive this onslaught. There's Moise Ken. Come on, Drew, keep that run going. Oh no, Che! Oh, how is your luck? It just won't go for me in this one at the Emirates. Arsenal dominating. You finally, at the beginning of the fresh half, get yourself into a great position. And then just one player's missed control, breaks the whole move down, and we're on the back foot again. Dembele into Casemiro. Moussa Dembele heavy touch of his own, but at least it was a heavy touch into space, not towards the defender. Ramsey out there to Maitland-Niles. Still they come forward. Ramsey again. Maitland-Niles again. Drops the shoulder. Out to Trent. Ball stood up. Win that, please. Tomori's done well. Right, Cheeky, get to that. Good lad. Where's it, Ken? Oh, strong challenge from Kolasinac. Wow. Maitland-Niles. Dembele. Ramsey on his left foot. He's getting better. But it's still not going to go into the back of the net. That's three, I think. Three efforts, I think, on his left foot. One wild, one narrowly wide. Now one at the keeper. He just needs to have one into the back of the net to complete everything. Hopefully he doesn't, though. Still we come forwards. Still we're yet to register a shot on goal from an onside chance, but Che is in behind here, and he is the right side of the defensive line this time. Narrowing angle. Oh, and the shot just glides past the post. Trying to, with the outside of the foot, drill it into that far corner, but it just bent away. Well, now we've had a chance, but we still haven't scored. Casemiro down the line looking for Aaron Ramsey. 25 minutes to go in this game. Tomori needs to win that header and has done. Jack Clark is not long for the substitutes bench. Ball was right there to be won. Ref's going to give Arsenal a free kick. Jack Clark off for Lyndon Gooch. Drew Yearwood off for Jamie Ward. Going to try and hold on to the 0-0. And if we can catch them on the counter, then brilliant. Which we could do here with Lyndon Gooch. Unfortunately, he didn't quite commit as I hoped he would to the opportunity. But never mind. 20 minutes to go with Bournemouth next, which is going to be a simulated one. And then it'll be Huddersfield in the FA Cup, where hopefully we'll go through. Because if we aren't to get a European spot via a league finish this year, the FA Cup is another good opportunity to try and get ourselves some Thursday night football next season. I mean, I prefer Tuesday, Wednesday night football, obviously, but any form of European football is better than none for us in our second Premier League season here. To be played in the third, obviously. Oh, you've got to be better with those through balls, though. Che Adams did really well yesterday when coming in, but he's disappointed a little bit for me so far in today's episode. I might play George Harrison in the game against Huddersfield. Corner for Arsenal here. Maitland-Niles to deliver. 12 minutes left on the clock. It's a good ball in. Jamie Ward wins a good header. Back it comes. Issa Diop. Aaron Ramsey. Zobnin. Ramsey on his left again. Straight at the keeper again. So to Declan Rice. Looking for Max Lowe. Early for Lyndon Gooch. We did score late on against Arsenal last year to get victory against them. Oh, Cherry, attack the football, mate. Oh, yes, Lyndon. See, that's what Che Adams should have done. Lovely ball to Moise Kean. And looking for Declan Rice. Oh, he would have missed anyway. 3.5 minutes to go now. And it does look like it's going to be a goalless draw against Arsenal, which is still a positive result away from home. But we haven't been good enough here and don't even deserve the point that we might get. I say might as Eddie Nketiah has been played through and still Arsenal could win it. Nick Pope with a comfortable save. We'll punt that clear and that should be game over now. A point at, don't you dare be injured, Moise. Get up, please. Already got a long-term midfield injury. I don't need a long-term striking injury. Thank you very much. 0-0 at the Emirates. I had one shot. Never mind. Bournemouth just beat Everton by 3-0. Probably going to drop significantly down the table now with that defeat and draw. No, we're still 5th somehow. Don't know how we're still 5th. And we're 4 points now off the Champions League spots. And everywhere, I guess we had a little bit of a margin below us and we're closer to those above us. And as it happens, now the gaps to those below us closer and the ones up top have gotten further away. Please don't be injured for too long, Moise Kean. 5 days. Okay, that's easy enough. Alfie Watson, an offer of 7.7 million. I'm just going to accept, just to make sure I get the deal done and I have the money available to me. We shall train. Harrison Green was the last one that we did. So up next is the goalkeepers. And Cooper is going up a rating. I don't understand why positioning for goalkeepers when they come through the youth system is always 10 to 15 stats lower down than the rest. Doesn't make any sense. It's stupid how they could be. You can have 92 diving but 60-something positioning. Ed Phillips wants out. Transfer of 8.1 from Newcastle again, accept. Try and get that done. If we can get that done actually before January, then we could get those signings, contract signings done, and we won't run any risk of getting players going on pre-contract. Ed Phillips, he wants called up. I mean, physically he's getting better. Technically, he could still do with the training. I think in January, I'm just going to stop training a number of my other higher rated players and concentrate on a number of the youngsters. Moise Kean's going to be out for this one, but that's fine. We can just rotate George Harrison in. Can we get something against Bournemouth? Please. I would like a victory. Chelsea 1-0 down against Manchester United. Manchester City 1-0 up against Bristol City. Only a yellow card in this one so far. There's Jack Clark giving us a 1-0 lead before half-time. Bournemouth in previous series have always been a real bogey side for me. I've never really done that well against them. Dom Solanke, if you cast your mind back, did get sent off for them against me last time we played them. Andrew Yewood makes it 2. Slightly nervous when I saw the goal symbol pop up, but we'll take it. Thank you very much. Huddersfield Town next in the FA Cup. Watson sold as well on New Year's Eve, which means I will now have the money to offer contracts to the other players that are running out on their deals, which is absolutely superb. We've actually only got 3 players running out of deals next season as well. So I could offer contracts to them, and then we know we don't have to worry about contract dealings for the remainder of the next couple of seasons. Right, I'm going to go and do these contracts, and I'll see you in the game against Huddersfield. Huddersfield's starting lineup: Joel Coleman in goal, who's only 68 rated and their highest rated goalkeeper. 2 names you will notice from that starting lineup. One at cam being Ravel Morrison, formerly of Sunderland, and Jonathan Watson, the striker we let go a couple of seasons ago, who's found his way into the first team here at Huddersfield, at least for this game. He's their highest rated striker, so you can understand why he's in the starting 11, but still not that good with regards to his individual stats. Wait and see how he plays against me, because when he played for me, he was pretty average, which is why he no longer plays for me. Here's Moy into Diakabi. Nice little back roll there. Oh God, I can't get rid of this. Morrison, nicely done by Nick Pope, saving my bacon there. We'll see how we get on in this game. Everybody's slightly tired at the minute, but I decided to still go with my starting 11 because they have the quality, and then I can just call for players on the bench who will hopefully add extra quality to get us through to the next round of the Cup. We'll wait and see. Ravel Morrison pressing one way then the other, and then going backwards. Aaron Moy, Bakuna, Diakabi played in by Morrison. Hadeginai, Watson. Decent delivery. It's well away by Drew Yewood. Moy could have shot there. Diakabi, Moy shot there over the bar. Nicely done. And again, nicely done. Ed Murphy, stand the ball up. Oh, Jack Clark at the back post, maybe. Oh, I think he headbutted the post there. That looked rather painful. It's gone all the way out for a throw into Huddersfield. Brilliant. Oh, that's not the best of clearances. Win that, Declan. Well up. Che Adams. To Declan Rice again. Lay this front to Drew Yewood. He loves those long shots. Oh, he loves those long shots. Drew! Yes, boy! That's what I love to see. In off the post. What a strike. I was always in that situation with Drew in space, going to hit that first time, and well. Driven hard and low. Outside the boot. It's not very often the first time strikes go well for me like that, but I'll take it on this occasion. 1-0 up in the FA Cup. Slow to release here, Ravel Morrison. Trying to impress against his former team. Check for Tadze. Watson! Against his former team. That was a lightning header. How he got that much power on it, I'm not entirely too sure. How the defender didn't get there, I don't know. And that accelerated like mad off his head. Oh, it's Drew Yewood that's there. Why has he gone with his leg? I've asked him to clear it and he's gone with his leg. some of the decisions made for animations in certain situations by the AI don't make sense. Why would he go with his leg there when it's above hip height? Go with your head, you get rid of it, we don't concede. You and Moise Ken. I see Jack Clark. Oh, he's offside there, wasn't he? He was. We're not going to go back in front. Movement around me. Oh, nicely. Space. Ed Murphy. Oh, slightly overhit the pass. Pull it back into the middle. No, cleared away by Bakuna. I'll have to settle for the corner. Oh, it's so frustrating. If the pass to Edwards or Murphy even had been better, not quite so overhit, he could have had a chance himself. If the pass into the middle had been better played, someone's ended up on the floor. Oh, he nearly put that in the back of his own net there, the defender, trying to avoid a third corner, and nearly scored an own goal. Moise Ken could win that header, he has done, but it's over the bar. Not getting much luck in today's episode, am I? Other than avoiding defeat against Arsenal when I certainly deserved to lose. It just isn't quite going for me. Murphy. Down the line to James Justin. Good football. We'll lock that inside there to Moise Ken, who needs to take it in his stride to keep it away from the defender. Oh! Yeah, my luck is not in today. Not even close to being in. That was close to being in the back of the net, but my luck is shot today. You would. Probing away. Lovely turn by Moise Ken. Ed Murphy. Oh, I've overhit the pass again. Every pass I try to play Ed Murphy in wide with gets overhit. Che Adams! Just gets on the end of it. That's the start to this second half I needed to reignite my hopes that we might well go on a decent cup run this season. Just beating the keeper to it. If they had a better goalkeeper, that wouldn't have gone in. He'd have gotten to it first. Oh, only just getting down to the ball first there, Che Adams, but we've tucked it home. We're back in front. Let's see if we can hold on to the lead for longer than 4 minutes this time, shall we? Kuna back there. Oh, nice interception by Declan Rice. Here's Jamal Lowe holding the ball up brilliantly. James Justin played in around the corner. I've loads in the box to aim for. Jack Clark could be there at the back post, but he can't keep it down. He did well get to it. Did well to get to it. Probably should have used his head when it's that high. Apparently players just don't want to use their heads. Drew Yearwood should have used his head when trying to clear when they scored their goal, and Jack should have used his head there, but apparently I'm not doing anything with the controller. I'm not asking for a volley with like the pressing of the left trigger or anything. My players would just rather jump and try and kick a ball that's at chest height rather than use their heads. Maybe they need to work on their training and actually just man up a bit. Getting a bit scared of heading a football is not exactly the way you want the mindset of your footballers. Ward, Harrison to Jack Clark, cross it in. Oh, it's well blocked. Spendlehofer heads away. 7 minutes to go here. They're making a change to try and force the issue. Jack Clark into the middle. Drew, he's not got enough space really. Jamal Lowe trying to get it to Drew again through the gap. Oh, George Harrison, there you go. That's game over. That's us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Game done and dusted. Brilliant ball for Harrison. I don't think I intended to play it to him. I think I was looking for the man that was in between. Have a look. There was someone on the edge of the box. Just here. I think I was trying to play that to Che Adams, but it went to Harrison instead. And he's tucked that away really well, actually. Just let it run across his left foot and then side-footed it with the almost the back of his foot there with his heel into the back of the net. We will take that. That's us into the next round of the FA Cup. And it's pleasing to see two strikers on the score sheet. Delighted with that. 3 minutes to go, 2-goal advantage. Finally, we're going to win a game today, and we're getting goals from our strikers as well, and we're through to the next round, the FA Cup. Despite the fact that we lost and only drew in the league, this win against Huddersfield has really pepped up my mood as we move into the January transfer window. Also made the mistake of trying to get the contracts done before I played this game with the sale of Alfie Watson, but of course he hasn't gone yet. He doesn't go until tomorrow. He doesn't move until the 1st of January. So now this game is completed and it will put me on the 1st of January. I can then go and offer contracts to those players that need the deal done, because I will now get the money for Alfie Watson leaving the club. Like I say, I don't plan on doing anything else right now. Player returning from loan. Barley Mumba's back. Good, because he needs a new contract as well. Cooper wants to leave. I just sold the other goalkeeper. Right, so Neumann still growing nicely. Billy Hughes, we are training him and he's growing nicely. Cameron Morris, we're training him and he's growing well. Toby Roberts, training him and he's growing well. And Loic Guerin, I'm not training him yet, but I think I might have to start doing that sooner rather than later. 46 finishing is pretty dead though. Hopefully sooner rather than later that will fly up. But I can now go and sign those contracts, which I will do in between this episode and the next. We'll get those players signed up for another season. We'll start training those other youngsters and stop training some of the higher rated players. Hopefully we can continue to have a very good season. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. I'll see you next time.